Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Indigo Diamond here with another video, here to talk about the latest episode of Canada's Drag Race Season 2. Now, we will get 2 videos this week, rather than 3. Only 2 because Canada's Drag Race, and then I'll look at doing a video for the promo of Season 14. No Queen of the Universe, only because in the UK we can't get it yet, which is really annoying. Especially considering it's hosted by a British person, there's a British person on the judging panel, and there's British queens in the actual competition, yet here in the UK we cannot get it because it's only on Paramount Plus, and we can't get Paramount Plus. Apparently Paramount Plus is supposed to be coming in in 2022 at some point. It just said early 2022, so I don't know. But also really annoying because that means that's another streaming platform I will have to subscribe to. So we have money for all these streaming platforms. It's ridiculous. We've also heard the news that Season 14 isn't going to be on Netflix in the UK. It's only going to be on WoW Presents Plus. Thankfully, I already have a subscription to that because I like to watch the other stuff. And I wanted to watch the All-Stars, and they used to only really be on WoW Presents Plus for like the first 3 seasons. And I like to go back and watch things every so often. So, yeah. Before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me down below, who are you rooting for now that we have our top 4? Let's hope they don't suddenly bring someone back, and just to stretch it out a bit. Keep it at top 4, please. So, yes, Canada's Drag Race. This episode was the makeover challenge. They got LGBTQ plus people, or like students, so this was supposed to be like their prom, and they got to sort of like be done up for it, which was nice. I appreciated that, especially considering for a lot of queer people, prom isn't usually always what they want it to be because they can't go with who they want to, they're not allowed to maybe dress how they want to. I mean, there's that whole thing, you know, the show everyone's talking about Jamie. It's literally about the fact that, well, I mean, it's about the fact that he wanted to be a drag queen, but then, you know, they had the whole thing where he, you know, they weren't allowed to go to prom in drag, and then they were able to, sort of thing. So I appreciated this episode. I think especially for the people that they brought on, I thought it was great. You know, we had a trans person, we had non-binary, you know, we had a variety of people on there, and they all seemed to have a genuinely good time. The queens seemed like they did their best to actually listen to what they wanted, which was really nice to see, because it's like, yes, it's a competition, but at the end of the day, you know, you want to give these people the best experience that they can possibly have. So, you know, it was nice to hear that. Pythia won the challenge. I completely agree. She was the one they were the one I was rooting for to win. They, I think, listened the most to their partner and did the best job with that information. Pythia did sort of like this deconstructed tuxedo sort of things that was sort of like playing with both genders and that, and you could see that the person that they made over felt really good in what had been done, which is the important thing for something like this. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's about these people. Yes, it's a competition, but these people have come on here, they want certain things, and Pythia really fulfilled the brief. They really liked Gia Metric this episode. I liked how Gia looked. I thought she looked a lot different to how they usually do, and I appreciated that variety. I loved the hair, the makeup, and essentially I loved from the waist up on the person they made over. The judges liked the skirt that Gia did, and honestly for me, I didn't like how it looked, I didn't like the material it was out of, and I didn't like how it moved. But, you know, I wouldn't have put her in the bottom, I don't think, for that. I still would have had her safe, but, you know, it's just, I didn't think she deserved, I don't agree with the amount of praise she got for it. I think, you know, from waist up, I think she did an amazing job. You could definitely tell that it was like Gia 2.0. Like, it was quite creepy with some of these people anyway, but you know, I thought she did a fine job. It was okay. Then who else have we got? We'll go on to Kendall, because then we've got the bottom two. So Kendall Jen was next. Now Kendall was saved from the bottom, and she was saved from the bottom based on like the performance aspect of it, so they say. And I mean, it's one of those things, like, I really liked Kendall's outfit. I thought Kendall looked good. Her daughter, the face looked good, the hair looked good. That outfit was a choice. Now, I don't know whether it was just because of the material, because both her and Adriana used sort of like similar looking material, and it was material that just looked cheap. So I don't know if that kind of like went against them in it, but I mean, again, for me, the important thing was the person that Kendall made over, you know, they really enjoyed how they looked. They thought they looked great. That's fine. I maybe still would have swapped her out for Icesis in the bottom, because I still think Icesis did a better job overall. I haven't talked about Icesis yet. Oh wait, that's because she's in the bottom and Icesis like really... Okay, we'll go with Icesis next, because Icesis is the one that's still in the competition, so she won the lip sync. So Icesis Couture really went with what her daughter, well, you know, her daughter, the person, wanted again. Which I really appreciated. She wanted sort of like a simple sort of like red dress. I think she gave that to her. I thought she looked amazing. She felt really confident. She felt great. One of the things personally that I loved about this episode with Icesis, which again is just reinforcing my I would happily see Icesis win, if not at least make the top final. So the person that Icesis was with mentioned about the fact that she had like suicidal thoughts and things like that previously, and how is it like she was struggling with like home life, because like you get bullying at school and then, you know, it kind of continues when you go home, sort of thing. The thing that I really appreciated was the fact that Icesis turned around and super connected with this person. Like, she was like, you know, I have a trans drag daughter, I have a trans drag mother, and she was saying about the fact that before you leave today, I will give you my number, and if you ever need anything, even just to talk, call me and I will be there. And I appreciated that so much, because not enough people have that person that they can reach out to. And it was just like, not even it being like a TV moment or anything like that, just in general, it was just so nice to see that sort of thing happen. It was really, really, really good. And it just, you know, it's going to mean so much more than a lot of people will ever know to that person that Icesis turned around and did that. And yeah, just because of that, I mean, beforehand she was already like one of my, I'd be happy to see you win, and, you know, or at least be in the top. But like now it's just kind of like, yeah, solidified, you are there. And, you know, similar sort of thing with Pythia. I mean, you know, they were talking about how difficult it is, you know, you don't necessarily see non-binary people all that often, and that was, they all had their moments with, you know, their partner. That was really nice to see. So this was a really good episode, and not even just for drag, just in general, this was just a really pleasant, nice episode to see. Let's move on to Adriana, and let's move on to something else. So Adriana went for like this sort of like latex mother look, which was really funny. And then when she turned around, she had like a bear over her bum. That was kind of cute. Adriana's partner was, so she again went for this like really horrible looking material. It looked really cheap, and they put shoulder pads in it. Now, the person that Adriana was partnered with was, didn't really have much of a neck. And for me, I feel like if you're going to have shoulder pads, you kind of need a neck. And because it just kind of like, it takes up some of your neck anyway when you have shoulder pads. So if you don't have neck anyway, it just, you know, it didn't work for me. But again, you know, Adriana's partner, loved how they looked. They felt great, and honestly, what more can you ask for in that sort of challenge? I still think, for me personally, what should be taken into account with these makeover challenges as well is like how the partner feels about it. Like, I don't know if that is taken into account and it's just not shown, but I do feel like the partners should get to sort of like consult with the judges. Well, not so much consult with the judges, but like tell the judges about their experience and everything, and that helped the judges with all this, because at the end of the day, they're the ones being made over. If they feel great, good for you. Me and my other half was saying about how with Canada, we love the fact that there's so much positive reinforcement. It's like, as much as like it's a competition, there are negatives that have to be said, and you know, someone has to go home, there's still a lot of positives that go with that, and it's nice to see, because then it bolsters the queens. And at the end of the day, these queens have probably had a hard life. They're going to have a hard life after being on the show anyway, because of all the haters out there. It's just nice to see them get bolstered on screen as well. So, unfortunately, we did have to say goodbye to Adriana, but, you know, she made top 5. That is a good position to make. We now have our top 4. So, top 4 of Pythia, Icesis, Gia, and Kendall. For me, my winner at this point is between Pythia and Icesis. Those are the two that I'm like, I would be happy to see you win. I think the other two just aren't quite ready yet. Yeah, that's what I feel. But let me know down below, who is it you're rooting for out of the top 4 that we've got? Are you hashtag Team Pythia, hashtag Team Icesis, hashtag Team Gia, or hashtag Team Kendall? I mean, from the looks of it, next week we're going to get another one chopped and we're just going down to a top 3. But, you know, it's good to know who you're rooting for before the episode airs. While you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and yeah, follow me on my socials. I will try to put more up because I'm really bad at doing it. I've taken pictures of myself. Well, I've taken a face picture of myself today, so I can just put it on Facebook or whatever and just be like, look at me. But until next time, I'm Indigo Diamond, and I will see you lovely people later. See ya. Bye.